Deadpool 3 leaks, Mason.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you've seen this, but there's been some images floating around various social media sites because they're filming this
In a quarry.
In a quarry, it seems.
Every scene is
The
set in a quarry.
entire movie.
In some sort of quartz quarry.
Yes.
Is it on the planet Krypton?
It must be.
Yeah.
So there are some images, which we won't talk about here, that have
But
been...
we know what they are, just to be clear.
Yeah, we know.
We're not saying them because we don't.
We figured it out.
We figured it out. We can look at images and we can interpret them and translate that into words. And we could tell you the
easy
word.
for us.
It's easy for us. We could say what we're seeing. We've done it before.
That's right.
We're professionals.
But Ryan...
we're choosing not to.
That's right, because Ryan Reynolds said don't. Here's his statement.
Oh, we just do everything Ryan Reynolds says, do we?
That's right.
Well, I'm going to tell. I'm just going to say what's in the leaks.
You're drinking aviation gin right now.
It's true, I am.
You dog.
Yeah. It's 1/3 aviation gin and 1/3 whatever tequila The Rock is shilling, and then 1/3 my own alcohol of choice.
And you're watching Red Notice.
I am watching Red Notice. That's true.
He says, surprises are part of the magic of theatrical movies. It's important for us to shoot the new Deadpool film in real natural...
Deadpool.
Shut up.
Deadpool.
In real...
Bit of a Freudian slip there. Deadpool.
In real natural environments, like a quarry, using practical effects as opposed to making the movie indoors and digitally. Telephoto lenses continue to spoil surprises and create a difficult situation for everyone. He's hoping some of the websites and social channels hold back from showing images before they are ready. The film is built for audience joy, and our highest hope is to preserve as much of that magic as possible for the finished film and the big screen. Part of the reason people post spoilers is because they're excited. I realize whatever. I love making movies.
Oh, so we don't get to figure out what he realized.
No. He just loves movies.
I realized that actually all human life is just energy slowed down to a slow vibration, and actually we're all part of one consciousness. You're not going to tell people that?
No.
Wow.
Figure it out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He also released another statement that was like, I'd hate for people to post things that say like Deadpool spoilers and there's fake images or whatever, because we released some images that were like predators on set and Mickey Mouse and all of that. And it's fun.
That is fun.
It's fun jokes.
Those are all Disney properties now. That's
right.
Fun.
So, yeah, I would just say, for me, they just appeared in front of me. I didn't go looking for them. I didn't click on them. They just magically appeared. And we could describe them, but...
we're physically capable of it. Don't even worry about that.
Maybe mute it on your various social media channels if you're so inclined.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't really...
You gotta, just remember to just mute hashtag Deadpool and Wolverine's in it.
That's right.
Hashtag Deadpool and this guy's in it, you know?
Anybody you can possibly think of.
Just go to Twitter and look at all the images and then just remember to mute Deadpool X the person you see in the images.
Exactly.
And then you won't be spoiled and it's fine.
Ben Affleck's Daredevil or whatever.
That's exactly right. And I think also what maybe they should do on the production of on the production of Deadpool here, is they should figure out the angle, because it's always the same angle of some guy with a telephoto lens, and they should probably just like get a big bit of cardboard and put it in front.
Oh, okay.
And that guy will be stymied, won't he?
That's very interesting.
You know?
Also, you're in a quarry. Surely there'd be some way you could crush him with a big rock.
Crush him with a big rock.
Yeah.
Get one of those enormous, you see those enormous machines?
Yeah.
And they're like as big as a house.
And you're like, that's not a very big machine, but then you see someone standing next to the wheel and then much smaller than the wheel.
That's exactly right. Then you're like, is that a tiny little man?
That's right. And that's an example of us explaining a picture of something, which we can do.
We can do it. We can do it. That's right.
Next up, Mason, got some DC casting news. This is via Deadline and has been confirmed pretty much by James Gunn. Sean Gunn will play Maxwell Lord.
Yes, that's right.
In the upcoming, I think he's going to be referenced in the background of Superman Legacy, but then will appear in future projects. You might also remember that he also appeared in Wonder Woman 1984.
As portrayed by Pedro Pascal.
I completely forgot that.
Well,
I remember Pedro Pascal in it, but I do not remember that he was Maxwell Lord.
Well, because you thought he was a real cool guy, but he actually was a real loser guy.
Oh,
if you recall from his own dialogue.
Oh, yeah, he did say that.
He did
shout that at his son at the end or something.
Yeah, that's right.
When he turned into a wishing stone?
Yeah, he turned into a wishing stone.
That was a good
and everybody got one magical wish.
That was a good movie.
No.
A lot of people think that.
No one's ever thought that.
A lot of people
no one on Earth has ever thought that.
So this was being reported widely that, it's the villain Maxwell Lord.
Yes.
He was going to be the villain played by Jay Baruchel of the George Miller Justice League movie, I believe. And Wonder Woman was going to snap his neck. Or was it going to be Batman in the movie? I can't remember.
Don't know.
Something was going to happen.
Something's
going to happen. And he's mostly been a villain in the comics more recently. But James Gunn came out and said, call Max a villain is a bit reductionist as far as I'm concerned. What do you say, J.M. DeMatteis? because
he wrote a lot of Justice League stories back in the day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Apparently, in Justice League, well, not apparently, in Justice League International 87, he put that team together or whatever. He's often the founder or a...
That's right, yeah.
Whatever. The thing that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of, because in putting teams together, I don't know if you remember, but in Shazam 2, I think it's Shazam 2, and it's also in Black Adam.
Do you think I remember, but you don't remember? Are you asking me to remember?
Oh, wait, is this, or is it Black Adam? I think he's talking about Shazam 2. James Gunn talked about Shazam 2's post-credits scene, but this might be Black Adam because I genuinely don't remember.
Okay.
Do you remember it was characters from Peacemaker recruiting for the Justice Society? It was like Amelia Hardcore and
John Economos.
Yes. And she was also in the underwater base in Black Adam. And people were like, why are you putting your wife in all of these things? And he's like, I didn't. They did that.
She did it behind my back.
Yeah. He said, it wasn't my call and I didn't write it. I have no idea why those characters would be recruiting for the Justice Society. So these were just things that the DC upper echelon, and they are an echelon, were putting in movies to tease things down the line.
Tease James Gunn, apparently.
Exactly, yeah. So he was like, I don't know and I don't want to know. But apparently they're going to be casting Supergirl to appear in Superman Legacy. And
they've already got a Supergirl.
Well, they're not going to be using Sasha Calais, apparently. Apparently they're going for a blonde actress. That's the idea,
sure. Right.
Which is the traditional Supergirl look.
Mm-hmm, sure.
But I don't know. Also, you could take an actress who isn't blonde and put a wig on her.
Put a wig on her.
It doesn't really matter, ultimately.
That's right.
Yeah. So
if you like her, you should put a wig on her, as the song goes.
That's right.
So now how do you feel about the casting of Sean Gunn as Maxwell Lord?
Yeah, I mean, if he's a Justice League style recruiter, I mean, I think like Kraglin.
Well, see, that's the thing.
But
I think
if he doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, people are basing this solely on but also like Pedro Pascal. When I think of Pedro Pascal generally, he's a handsome man, but I also think he's quite scraggly and kind of like, generally speaking, he's a bit unkempt.
Yeah.
But for Wonder Woman 84, they like gave him that beautiful coiffed hair and he was smooth as silk and
brown.
Exactly, and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, if they want to beautify, because I think of Maxwell Lord as like that kind of classic like 1980s businessman, like perfectly coiffed. They can do that to Sean Gunn.
Absolutely.
Why not?
If he lets them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might not. He might lash out as he's wont to do.
Like a stray cat?
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's how they got the character of Weasel. They just motion captured him acting out on set and scratching at people, and then they just CGI'd over the top. They're like, what can we do with this footage? This production's doomed. And then they're like, what if we made him a weird weasel? It's like, all right.
That's the other thing he actually talked about. I don't have this here, but he mentioned that there are actors who play multiple roles. They might be voice actors or mocap, as mentioned. Sean Gunn's already in the DCU as Weasel. If that's part of this, I don't know. But yeah, he's going to be appearing multiple times. I think there's people who voice characters in
Creature Commandos
who are going to be live action, play different characters potentially, and all of that.